Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to, what is it, week 7, I think? Something like that. We got Ryan in the house today. What's up? Say what's up.
What's up, everybody?
So, I didn't do the podcast last week. Kind of just got down to it, and I was like, I don't feel like it. So, didn't do it. Sorry. But we're here now, so that's all that matters. So let's just go over last week's matchups, and I think they can see the screen. Yes, they can. Okay. So start off with myself and Tiffany. This one hurt a lot. What, 0.3 something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was close.
Yep. Yeah, it was like Tyrone Tracy and Wandale Robinson, and then Tracy had that big game, and I was like, well, that sucks ass, because I had a little bit of a lead going into it, but I should have played Madison over Roshan, but I thought I was being super smart. Yeah. I was like, oh, Roshan's going to get him a touchdown in fucking London or wherever the fuck they were. Nope, didn't happen. So let's go over your matchup.
It was abysmal.
That 0 from Harrison's and Ridley basically gets a 0.
Yeah, Ridley. Well, Tennessee needs to change quarterbacks. Will Levis is not the future.
What do you mean? Will Levis to me looks really good on 2 out of 5 throws. The other 3 are worse than I can do.
That's the problem.
I think
he's missing the wide open check down shit that look at what Drake May just did, first NFL game ever, and he looks more competent than Will Levis looks after a year.
Yeah. I feel like a little bit of it is coaching, but I'm not saying Will Levis is going to be a star ever, but I think he could be a little bit better with some better coaching.
I think he's a career backup.
Yeah. You're probably right on that one.
But yeah, Harrison going out second play of the game or whatever that was, second target, getting a concussion, that was pretty rough. And then J.K. Dobbins doing J.K. Dobbins things.
You weren't gonna start him over. Well, you probably might have started.
I thought about starting him over Ridley, but I was like, well, they're playing the Colts. If he's gonna go, he's gonna go versus the Colts defense.
I did the same thing in Ben's league. I was like, nope, I'm starting him this week. I had a trade offer for him, and I was like, nope, I'm starting him this week because it's against Indy. And I thought the exact same thing. And
he didn't do what? Well, he had 8 targets. He just most of them weren't catchable.
Yeah, I think they said like 2 of his actual 8 targets were catchable, and one of them hit him in the hands or something, or was just within reach. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Brees Hall came back to life for you, so that's good.
I expect that going forward.
Yeah.
With new offensive play caller.
Yeah. And then Kirk Cousins didn't have his 40-point.
I didn't expect 40 points. I expected 20-something.
Yeah. I didn't watch that game, so I don't know why so low. I guess
the running back's 8.
I say
Bijan and Algier.
Did Algier do good too?
Oh, yeah. He had over 100 yards as well.
Okay. Well, that is why you lost.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's Algier.
Yeah, 19.8 points.
Oh, god dang.
Yeah.
20. Damn. 105. He had 105 yards. How many yards did Bijan?
He had like 98.
95, 2 touchdowns, and then Algier had. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Algier had a day.
The Panthers are terrible. Good Lord. Ben gets a big win over Kim. Trey Sermon was the only one that didn't really come through, and then she essentially got the 0 from Zach Moss, and no performers there. So
Najee had a day though.
Najee had a day, which I tried trading for Najee before this game because I thought I needed to win, which I did need to win, and Najee's a terrible running back. He just is. Like, I know he has these games, but Najee's just a fucking terrible running Uh, she should be starting Baker Mayfield. I understand. See, it's C.J. Stroud, and you had the Nico thing, but you don't have it now. So here's your reason. Cole Kmet on the bench instead of Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, I would have played Kmet over Schultz every day.
Yeah, I roasted her in the chat, I think. Yeah. Dalton Schultz is terrible.
Jerry Jeudy might actually be a good wide receiver now. He's the only one in.
Who's throwing him the ball? Oh, yeah. Okay, no, he won't be.
Well, once they switch to Jameis Winston, he'll be fine.
Once they switch to Jameis, he'll be great. But
once they switch to Jameis, their offense is going to look like a decent offense.
I don't think they're going to switch to Jameis.
I think they're going to ride it out. And
they're paying the dude too much money. They're just going to hope he gets in there and gets fucking hurt and be able to cut him off of some injury clause in a contract or something like that.
You're probably right.
Yeah. So, yep, big win for Ben. Going on to Matt and Jordan. Matt takes this one, 35 points from Godwin. Olave. I was like, why does Olave have negative? Yeah, because he lost the fumble and then had the concussion, right?
I think so. He's already out for Thursday.
Yeah. Did Jordan not start a defense? Or was that... I don't know. Okay.
No. He did not start a defense.
Oh, he did? Oh,
it doesn't look like it. It says empty.
Okay. Well, I was like, maybe he dropped whoever he had started. I don't know.
Wouldn't it show, though?
I kind of thought so, but... Oh, yeah, that's not going to go... Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I don't think it would have made a difference. I don't think he was going to get 22 points from a defense. Could, technically, but...
Yeah, Dak Prescott had a Dak Prescott game. How about them boys, though?
Yeah, that's... we were watching, I think, the first half of that because she's the Cowboys fan, and she was like, nope, let's go play video games. I was like, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, the Cowboys, I will say, are a second half of the year team. They're on the bye week this week. I kind of expect them to come back doing the Dak and CD thing.
Yeah.
Could be
but
wrong.
they just don't have any, like last year at least their running game was somewhat competent later in the year with Pollard.
Yeah.
Which helped.
Right.
The Dak and CD thing. Now they don't have any kind of competence at running back.
You mean Ezekiel Elliott's not a great running back anymore?
Or Rico Dowdle. They're both pretty terrible.
Yeah. I was like looking into Rico for the dynasty thing, and I'm like, this dude's already like 28 years old.
Yeah. He's never done anything in the league up to this point. Why do we think he was going to start now?
Yeah. And then there's all that stuff. So good win, Matt. Lance got a pretty big win too over Tim. A lot of high scores and a lot of low scores on Tim's team here. Jordan Love had a game. Josh Allen had a game on the bench. Diva Romeo Dobbs, 19 points.
Well, but who would think... I wouldn't play him over Mike Evans either, so I get that.
No, I would never have
I wouldn't play him over Jameson Williams on Detroit either, so I get... everything he did, I don't blame him.
Right. Like, the only thing I would have probably done differently is I probably still would have started Josh Allen, but that would have been negative, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Lance's team is just...
The old guys are winning right now.
Yeah, fucking Derrick Henry is something else. That dude...
Well, and then and Lance every year, last year and this year, he's got very lucky with a rookie tight end. Brock Bowers this year, he had Laporta last year.
I asked him what the secret was, and he wouldn't tell me. Because he's the rookie tight end whisperer, and he's got some sort of like black magic shit that he does, and he wouldn't tell me what the secret was. So.
Well, and then I like that he has Devontae on his bench because I feel like that's going to be good.
Yeah.
His bench is strong. I like it.
So we can go ahead and talk about that. So what are you thinking about the Devontae to the New York and then Amari Cooper to Buffalo?
Well, I think Amari Cooper is probably going to be more in the Stephon Diggs role of past in Buffalo. Maybe not 100% because he's not as dramatic as Diggs was. But I still think he's still a number one.
Yeah.
But, like... I think it's also good for their offense. Like,
I think it's better for their NFL offense than it will be for fantasy football.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I heard a stat today. His average depth of touchdown is like 26 point something yards.
Yeah, but you got to throw all that stuff. You mean Josh Allen or Amari Cooper?
Cooper.
Yeah, you got to throw all that stuff out because it was on the Browns with the rapist throwing him the ball. Like that, none of that stuff matters anymore. Now you got a real competent quarterback throwing you the ball.
Well, and they like to run the ball this year.
As I say, and James Cook is a monster, and they've been liking to run. So, yeah, will he have games? Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be super. I don't think this makes him super substantial. Like he's not a top. This doesn't make him a top 10. Like if he would have went to the Chiefs, like I thought he was going to go.
I did too.
That would have made him, in my mind,
top 10
for the rest of the year. But going to the Bills, where they have the running game, like the Chiefs was the perfect. No running game to speak of. Like, it would have been too perfect.
Well, you don't like Carson Steele and Kareem Hunt?
No, not really. I mean, Carson Steele's fun to watch, but he's not good. So,
I think once again, I think Devontae's better for the NFL offense than it is for fantasy. I still think he's going to be. Rodgers is always going to look for him, Breece Hall, on the third down conversions because they're trustworthy. They can get it. And they're gonna I don't think this is gonna really hurt Garrett Wilson that much either, though.
So I think this is gonna help and hurt him.
He's not gonna get 20 targets in a game.
So he's not gonna get nearly the targets that he was getting, which is why he was producing at least somewhat. But I think the targets that he does get will be better because everybody's over there on Devontae. So maybe he only catches, 3 balls a game, but one of them could be for a touchdown very easily. Whereas now he's getting 12 targets, but only getting 50 yards So I'm very curious more so for Garrett Wilson to see what it becomes because everybody's talking about how bad he is. He's not bad. He's just, I don't think he's the number one guy in an offense. At least in that offense.
I don't even know if you could say that. Like, if you look at the Jets' schedule start a year,
it was pretty bad.
I mean, San Francisco, Tennessee has a number one corner. New England has a number one corner. Denver has a number one corner. And Minnesota's defense has just been lights out this year.
Right.
So, like, those defenses, they put their number one on them and just said, you're not beating us with this guy.
Right.
So, like, the schedule loosens up a little bit now. I mean, Pittsburgh's, if Devontae plays, he's going to be a very high-ranking number 2.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to roll to Devontae most of the time. But,
like, this New England to Seattle stretch right here.
It's going to be where the money's made.
Yeah, but it's not going to be in the receiving game. Look, think of the NFL scores on those teams. Did the Jets lose to the Patriots? No.
Not this
Breece Hall game. Houston might be a little bit more of a competitive thing. They're gonna trounce the Cardinals. It's a Breece Hall game. They could do whatever the fuck they want to the Colts. So I'm thinking that's a Breece Hall game, a bye week, and then Seattle's defense is not very good either. So I think that's also another Breece Hall game. So you're really not gonna see. And then this is 15 through 17's playoffs. So
Jacksonville maybe, Rams.
Yeah. So if you get to the playoffs, then yeah, it's all right. Like even Buffalo has a good defense, but they're gonna have to throw because that's gonna be a competitive game. I'm hoping that Tua's back by here, and this is actually a fun game, but we'll see. But yeah,
I don't know. I still think it's okay for Garrett Wilson. I think he's gonna be a lot more efficient on his targets now that he's not getting number one coverage all the time.
Well, I play in a ESPN league with a friend of mine who's a moron, and Garrett Wilson was dropped after the news, and I was like, and I can't even pick him up because I don't have room for him. I have every wide receiver I have on my team is better than Garrett Wilson. It's one of those leagues where I'm playing with morons. So like I have like Marv, Jamar Chase, Nico, like all these people, and yeah, anyway. But I was like, you don't freak out that bad over Garrett Wilson. He's not gonna he's not gonna just be dead to the world after this. So
he'll be good still.
Yep. There were no fab offers to speak of.
Nope.
We did have some people added, though. We had Ryan over here spending some money on Ray Davis and Christian Watson. And then the fact that you picked up Sam Darnold for no money. Sam Darnold has been good.
He's been good all year.
Yeah, like, is he? I know he just had the bye week, but what is his? I wish it showed the rank.
He was number 1.
Yeah, I know.
For a while.
And then he had the bad game in the bye week, and now I think he's still top 10. I think.
Yeah.
I wish it showed on Yahoo. I fucking hate Yahoo. I can't wait to switch to Sleeper. But anyway. So yeah. Other than that, a bunch of defenses and Colby Parkinson for $6, which if you need a tight end, it is what it is. So let's go to the matchups this week. Me and Ben. And
he hasn't had it picked up.
He picked up Cincinnati. God damn it. I hate you, Ben.
Who do they play?
Deshaun Watson.
Oh.
Brown. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's like a 30-point game for the defense.
which granted, Cincinnati's defense is not that great, so I'm hoping it's just like 15 points or something, but...
Isn't Chubb coming back for them, though, this week?
Maybe. He's been practicing.
Yes.
So...
That could also be fun.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I hope he does. I hope he runs for 600 yards, but... Anyway. Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown against the Giants doesn't look good for me.
Oh, that stack's going to hurt.
Yeah. I don't know if Jonathan Taylor's playing. I haven't heard anything about Jonathan Taylor. What's the news?
I haven't either.
Remains unable to practice. That looks good, but he also has Trey Sermon. So, we'll see. Kittle, Kansas City is the matchup you want against tight ends. So, Kittle's going to have a big game. If Jaden Daniels does throw a touchdown, it'll probably be to Terry McLaurin against Carolina. So, that sucks for me. And then the previously mentioned Amari Cooper going up against Tennessee. Hopefully he puts up 0.
That's a tough matchup.
Yeah.
Snead is going to be on him.
Yeah, I'm hoping he puts up 0. And he's got Tyler Algier, who I would imagine does not put up 20 points again. But
I wouldn't think so. Not against Seahawks.
Yeah. So,
I don't know. I like you so far in this one.
Really?
I don't know. Sun God going up against Minnesota, that's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
But...
And I'm expecting Brian Robinson limited return. I don't think he plays, so I'm going to end up having to put Madison in there. Or Jalen Warren, but probably Madison. That's not fun. So I think Ben wins this one.
Depends on how... If the Eagles can get up early. If they get up early...
I think they'll be fine. The Giants' defense is god-awful. The Giants' offense is good. But
I was just thinking if they could get up early, they're going to run it.
Yeah.
With Saquon and whoever else.
Well, hopefully... Maybe he'll throw some touchdowns to Devonta Smith.
There's a chance.
So, we'll see. But I think Ben wins. I'm projected to win for some reason.
Well, because he doesn't have a defense started.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
But still...
I like you in this one, personally.
Well, thanks, but I don't. So, I pick Ben. Let's go on to Becker and Tim. This projected to be close. Tim's had just... That's why he's named what he's named. He's had some fucking issues here. James Cook, injury. He's had Raheem Mostert out. Ferguson's on a bye this week. That hurts. I would definitely... Well, I don't know.
Who do they play?
Tennessee. And then Houston on the Jordan Love thing. Maybe I would play Jordan Love. Especially if James Cook goes. If James Cook doesn't go, I would maybe play Josh Allen. But...
I don't disagree.
Yeah, that's kind of rough, though. Let's see. Jaden Reed. I like him. Montgomery got the new contract, and apparently that means touchdowns. I don't know how it works like that, but it does. I think Mike Evans will have a better game this week against Baltimore. I know Baltimore's got the good defense, but I think they're going to lob him a ball in the end zone, and he's tall as shit, and he'll come down with it.
Yeah. Jameson Williams is going to have a tough time versus Minnesota once again. Like I said, I plan on starting Sam Darnold this week. I don't know. That might change.
Yeah.
But
Minnesota's been, I think they're second ranked. They've been good.
Well, and then let's see if Neighbors comes back to his full 20 targets a game or whatever he's been pulling this so far.
Yeah. I mean, the Burrow, Chase, Barkley, Bijan, Neighbors, that's fucking...
Those are just nasty.
Yeah. And then this is where it turns to shit. The Kyle Pitts and Zay Flowers and Tank Bigsby. I'd like to make a quick victory lap on my shitting on Tank Bigsby from last week. Just saying.
Hey, $58. Wasn't that $58 worth of fab?
Yeah, something like that. 48 or 58 or something like that. Which, it's fine. He's out of fab. Cool.
That's right.
I'd rather play Ty Chandler over. Especially...
but Detroit...
But if Aaron Jones doesn't go...
That's true. And he might not.
Yeah. I mean... I don't know if I'd play Javonte, but Rico's on a bye, so I don't know. I think Becker's going to win this because of this right here.
Yeah, the top four.
Yeah, that just... You could probably bench everybody else and you still maybe win the game, so... I hate you, Becker. Tiffany and Kim, mother-daughter battle.
Oof.
I think Jefferson's matchup. I don't care what defense Justin Jefferson goes up against. He's probably good for 17 points.
Don't like Najee this week.
No. And then we previously talked about Garrett Wilson, which I don't think Devontae's going to play a huge role this week. I think he'll be out there, but I don't think he's going to get caught up that quickly. So I don't know. But Pittsburgh's a tough defense. Jerry Jeudy should get more targets.
At least targets.
Yeah. Dalton Schultz needs to be dropped to the waiver wire, Kim.
Komet's on a bye, though, so he'll probably roll this week.
Yeah. I still wouldn't play him. Anyway, I'm not going to tell her how to run her team. Run your team, Kim. CJ Stroud or Baker. Yeah,
I'd play Baker.
It's against Baltimore, but Baker just does it.
He does things.
Yeah, Baker's...
He's good. I'm glad he got another resurgence in Tampa Bay, to be honest.
Yeah.
What about your wife's team?
Lamar Jackson. That's auto start.
Yep.
Deontay Johnson.
Oof.
It's against Washington, though, so I'm kind of like, okay...
And who's
It's still Dalton.
Okay, Red Rocket's still starting.
Yeah, so I mean,
he's fine.
If you put Bryce Young back in there, you drop Deontay Johnson. He's terrible. Brian Thomas Jr. has looked really good, but Trevor Lawrence has looked kind of bad. So
hey, Evan Ingram looked real good last week. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Christian Kirk's almost a drop target at this point, just because I think Ingram's when he's healthy, he's taken over those short intermediate routes in the middle of the field like Kirk does.
Yeah, Kirk is not long for relevance.
No.
Eckler is good if Brian Robinson doesn't I always want to say Brian Thomas. Brian Robinson doesn't play Carolina. You start your people against Carolina.
Yep.
She took that to heart when she got Zach Ertz and Eckler.
Hey, if you need a consistent starter, Zach Ertz at tight end, he'll get you 4 or 5 points at least a week, guaranteed.
Which, when she's got the Mark Andrews down here, she's looking for something that...
Did she drop Likely already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Likely's just going to get a touchdown here and there, and I feel so bad for her on the Mark Andrews thing, because I was pissed. Like, I wanted Mark Andrews.
He's going to... I think rest of the season he's going to be better for them.
He has to be, but...
Well, I mean, he had that surgery, the tightrope surgery or whatever, and then he had the car accident. And I don't think they were completely honest how banged up he was from probably the car accident and set him back.
Well, but he's out there blocking. So, like...
Hey, he's a great right tackle.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. If he was really hurt, then you wouldn't be blocking like that. Like he's putting really good blocks on people. So it's like if you're really that hurt, I don't know. Jameer Gibbs, I mean, I
start him.
yeah, I don't know what to think about that. Higgins against Cleveland, go for it. Tyrone Tracy, if Singletary, she's gonna start whoever's back and starting. She's got Achan benched against Indy. I don't know.
What's his health? Because I know he's questionable, but
logs of full practice.
Okay, that's just concussion protocol then still. All right, yeah, I'd start him versus Indy just because Indy is...
I got to think she throws him in for Eckler. If not, I don't know.
Or Tyrone Tracy, depending on who...
Yeah, I mean, if Singletary's, like, limited, like, I don't know, maybe you just throw in... Cause,
just versus Indy, I would.
Yeah, because they might split against Philly, and Philly's defense is terrible, but not for running. They're terrible against the pass. So,
right.
And we're gonna see how Clyde Edwards-Helaire does. He's back this week, so yeah. Let's move on to. Oh wait, we didn't. I think Tiff wins. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I'll go with Tiff.
Okay.
I like some of her people better.
Yeah. Lance and Matt. Oh, I was like, where's Derrick Henry? No, okay, he's there. Yeah, I've learned not to go against Lance because the old geezers will do it no matter what. And I've looked at this matchup because I was maybe thinking about trying to send an offer to somebody in this matchup, but I decided not to. So, I don't... Rashad Bateman, I understand why you had to pick him up because Olave and Moore and all that, Keenan on a bye. He might do okay, but I think this is a Mike Evans game instead of a Godwin game, but you still have to start Godwin. He's been great. Jared Goff against Minnesota, I'm a little bit worried. Same reason I'm worried about Amon-Ra. I think Jared Goff kind of has been shit in the bed a little bit more than recent years.
Still good. I mean, I would still start him.
You kind of have to. I mean, he doesn't even have another quarterback. You have to. But Kyron Williams, auto start. Not even talk about him. Chuba Hubbard with Jonathan Brooks maybe going to play. How much workload does he eat into what Hubbard's been doing?
Hubbard's been good so far this year.
He's been really good.
I think they're going to slow roll.
If I was the Panthers and you're just not going to compete for the division, I mean...
You want to see what he is, but...
I would super slow roll him.
Yeah, I would
just to keep him healthy. Like, do not rush that guy back. It's not worth it for this season.
No.
Kelsey apparently resurged to Travis Kelsey things. All it took was...
Rashee Rice, Brown... Pacheco.
Yeah, it took the entire Chiefs offense to go down, other than Mahomes, for Kelsey to come back to relevance. So
hey, but they're still 5-0 somehow. So
yeah, those damn zebras.
Hey.
Oh yeah, we got the Chiefs stand over here.
I will stand on it for them.
Hey, I want them to win the Super Bowl, but I have pure selfish reasons for that. Yeah. Ramondre against Jacksonville. Should be fine.
Yep.
So he's got the two tight ends. Sam Laporte has not been that great this year.
Well, and I think that's a big... Jameson Williams is coming out part of it. And they were talking him up so much preseason. So I was worried about Laporta coming out. It's like, we'll see.
Yeah, because if he is good, he's not going to eat into Amon-Ra's targets. He's going to eat into Laporta's targets. So...
Which, I don't know. They've also been, their two running back system. They've been running the ball a lot more. Last year, they literally just had Laporta and Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Yeah, Lance's team.
I'm going to go with the old guys.
Yeah, me too. I mean, this is unfair.
I don't think Ayuk will have a big week because still Kansas City's defense is still phenomenal. Chase Brown's looked a lot better.
But Bowers he's the only one there, so He's got to get the targets. Mixon, you fucking play him.
Nope.
Tyreek against Indy, a lot of end around shit.
I would start him.
Yeah, you got he'll get 20 points because it's Indy. Yeah, Lance, easy win there.
Yep.
And then Jordan versus Bredeweg. He has not checked his lineup yet.
But if it stays like it is, I'm saying there's a chance.
He doesn't have a quarterback.
No, he doesn't have a backup right now.
Okay.
And he needs a wide receiver for Lamb, which he's got those.
Jordan, if you're listening, Kyler Murray is available. Just saying.
Or defense.
Yeah. He's got Buffalo. Yeah, he's got Buffalo's defense. But you got to replace Swift. You got to replace Lamb, Pollard, and fucking Lazard.
And I don't trust Lazard this week at
all. Pollard might be okay, but Lazard, no. ETN possibly not going to play. Yeah, Jordan's got some shit going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said,
I don't trust Michael Pittman Jr. Let's just start there. If Richardson plays, he looked really good that one drive, and then he got hurt.
Yeah.
So if we can get the Richardson from drive one, he didn't practice today.
Well, he's dealing with the back injury too, so
I just like how after he played Sunday, he said he still might go on IR. It's like,
yeah, because
if Richardson, my question is, if Richardson's playing, is he going on IR? And if Flacco's playing, he's going to play.
Yeah, because he can actually catch balls when Flacco's playing, but when Richardson's playing, he's just out there running for no reason.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, he's making a business decision.
Right.
Darnold should be good. Tank Dell, you're either going to get it or you're not.
And I'm not worried with Nico out. Like, he's kind of a start right now because Nico Collins is out.
Yeah. Breece Hall. Fine. Pittsburgh defense is tough, but you don't not start Breece Hall. Josh Jacobs is the exact same thing. Evan Ingram, like you were talking about earlier, has had the resurgence of relevance after the first couple weeks there.
I bet I'm going to sit Marvin Harrison because he's going to be in concussion protocol. I don't trust it.
That's what I was literally about to say. Is the protocol for this year has been they sit the very next week, and I know he's on Monday, but that extra day is not going to do a damn thing. No. So I would bet a lot of money that he doesn't play this week.
I do too. I just haven't changed it yet.
Right. So you put in Ridley or Worthy or Watson, and I mean, shit. If his lineup stays like this, you got free. I don't even
need to change anything.
Yeah, John's back in the league, guys. He's not gonna listen to this as a shot. No. So yeah, I'm gonna pick Ryan.
Depends on what he picks up. I might not pick me.
Well, okay. So let's look at the quarterbacks that are available. How do we?
Kirk Cousins, Rodgers. Either one of those would be okay.
I think.
You think Geno?
I think Geno would be my pick if I had to. Either that or you just go balls to the walls. Oh, yeah.
You could go nasty there too, because that's not. Two.
I mean, hell, you could even pick up Dalton against Washington, but I think they run it a lot more than.
What do you think about Russell Wilson starting this week for the Pittsburgh? Like, I don't get that.
They're stupid.
4-2 with Justin Fields. He's played pretty good this year. He's had one rough game.
Sean Payton, in his brief retirement, I guess, found crack cocaine because the decision making is just retarded. Like, what? I mean, I understand that. I don't know, dude. Like, Justin Fields has been playing all right. Russell Wilson is not going to be the reason that you win a game. Not this version of Russell Wilson.
The big thing you had with Fields is he has his legs. Like, over 40% of their rushes is Fields designed rushes.
Yeah, and Russell Wilson is a goddamn statue. So what you gonna? No, it ain't gonna work out. They're gonna go back to Fields sooner than later.
Yep.
So, you could pick up Will Levis.
I'd pick up Spencer Rattler before I picked up Levis.
Yeah. Hey, Will Levis completes a lot of passes to the opposing team.
And then he cries about it on the ground.
Yeah. And then here's our standings. So we still got Becker undefeated.
It's gross.
Yeah. Tiffany jumps up to second, 4-2 record. If the league ended right now, this is what the playoffs look like. I guess Jordan overtook me for points for reasons for that last spot. Did he? Where's Jordan? Right there.
Right there.
No, he didn't. Okay.
He just has a better record.
Yeah. Okay, that's what it is. So the record does not matter. The 6th playoff spot goes to the highest points for.
Oh, I'm
So-
out of that. No matter.
So as of right now, it would still be me. Ben's close behind, and Tim's very close behind too. But yeah, you and Jordan are kind of back there. Are you trying to be sticker bitch in a dress?
I don't know what I'm trying to do right now.
Lost 3 in a row. Yeah, it's just there's those people like Becker who have benefited from all the bullshit this year and not had to deal with it, and then there's people like you and Tim that have been all the bullshit dumped on one team. Like, it's just one of those years.
And I still think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to have a good year. He might be a bigger second half of the year like most rookies, but like I expected Neighbors to come in good.
I didn't expect Neighbors
But I didn't expect him to be as good as he but they've literally said, "You're the offense, fix it for us."
Yeah.
That's not what Kyler Murray and the Cardinals have done at all. It's not like you're the offense, fix it.
They still have James Conner, so they have a running game.
Yeah, they're farther ahead in their team building than New York is.
I think even Becker at the beginning of the season, if he had to bet on the offense and all the situation of Marv or Neighbors for just this season, I think he would have picked Marv. I think you took him before.
Yeah.
So
And I don't hate that I took him. It's just he's not went where I thought he was going to go as early as I thought he was going to go.
Yeah.
There's still a chance. I mean, we're in week 7. He'll probably be out this week with this concussion, so whatever.
Yep. We still got 7 more weeks or 6 more weeks.
Right.
So, but that's all I've got, guys. So, any parting words?
No.
Okay.
Hopefully Jordan doesn't update his lineup and I get a free one.
I'm hoping he does personally, just because we don't need to have that in the league. He needs to have an active lineup, but
no, even John had active lineups.
Yeah. So, thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you next week.